What is going on, guys? It is Christian back with another video. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I know it's been a while, but today guys, I thought I would hit you with a different type of video today. Ranking Cobra Kai's best fights in the entire show. Now, Cobra Kai is one of my favorite shows, but I think people here are usually so wrong about their takes on this show that I just have to set the record straight a little bit. So with that being said, guys, here are the top 5 best fights in Cobra Kai. Now, before we start though, I do have 2 things to say. The first is that I do not know YouTube's copyright system yet, so I might do a little mix of photos and scenes for each list item. So if the scene's a little choppy, I'm sorry guys, this is my first time doing this type of video. And second off guys, I'm just gonna get this hot take out of the way right now. The season 2 school fight is not on this list. Before the think pieces come out, I honestly just don't like the fight anymore. Like, I don't like it. In no world does Miguel get kicked off a balcony. In no world does Hawk get beaten by Dimitri. Who, if you did not know, was strong enough to be a Season 2 Tori alone based off Season 2's 7th episode, LOL. I'm talking about Hawk, by the way, not talking about Dimitri, I'm talking about Hawk. Tori and Miguel were together at the beginning of the challenge, and seeing Tori alone with everyone else who was taken out, it is only safe to assume that at one point, Tori and Miguel got separated, and she had to face the Hawk alone. Say what you want, but the school fight makes no sense, and I would never place it in my top 5 under the sun. I would place it in my bottom 5 though. One of the worst fights I've ever seen in the show. I hate the school fight. Worst fight I've ever seen.
I'm coming for you, bitch.
Alright guys, so number 5, it is going to be the college fight in Season 6, Episode 2. This scene starts off so strongly. Like, I love pieces of media where the hero and the villain just work together to make this amazing team. And here we just see Miguel immediately step in to help Kyler, which I actually do think is kind of strange because we've never actually seen them talk or interact without being in a fight within themselves. But besides the point, Kyler gets ready to suck popcorn off the ground. Like, this is literally something they wrote down in school. Like, I just know someone hates this guy in the writer's room. Alright, so he gets down. Miguel is stunned. Like, bro cannot believe what he is seeing with his own 2 eyes. Like, this is not a win for Kyler fans, guys. Oh, brother, he is so pitiful. And Brooks looks like he's so ashamed to have ever been seen with Kyler. Like, someone take his ass home. And same thing with Hawk and Dimitri, but to a lesser extent, honestly. Like, I just love how everyone here just so genuinely invested in what's going on. Like, everyone's looking towards the group, and it's honestly great. So, like, as the scene goes on, the frat guy tells Kyler he's out, and Kyler just grabs a cup from this girl that honestly just kind of spawns in. Not sure where she came from, honestly, and they get to it.
Don't you know I know karate?
Get in there.
So Kyler honestly just kind of kills that guy. Like he is dead. Like, he is not coming back. And Miguel involves himself low-key for no reason. Like, none of these guys really do any damage to them. And you can say it's because they're fighting against trained fighters or whatever. But honestly, if you have Dimitri on your team, like, you just gotta die. Honestly, like, what is this specifically going to do? I just love these big group fights. Like, this is all, like, they all serve a purpose. Like, they're all here doing something. Like, this is just you and your boys throwing some hands. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with this scene. Like, it's so perfect to me. Even the needle drop is such an important part of this scene because this is a party and you just gotta roll with the punches sometimes. And this is also Hawk's, like, last good scene in the whole show, so it also really holds, like, a good spot in my heart. And we're just gonna skip over Dimitri here. There's no world where he ever takes out 3 20-something-year-old guys by himself. Moving on, back to Kyler and Miguel. Honestly, just love everything this episode does with them. And this fight, while even giving us a glimpse into Miguel's future 2v1 versus the Irish team and the Sekai Taikai, while still doing something different with this scene by having these guys fight each other with Miguel's skills. It kind of reminds me of Mr. Han in the 2011 Karate Kid movie. I don't know who taught Miguel that, honestly. What the freak is this, dude? Like, I love how they just start doing stuff that just doesn't make sense. Like, this whole scene is amazing, dude. Alright guys, so number 4 is going to be the Captain's War from Season 6, Episode 6. Now guys, this fight is absolutely freaking awesome, dude. I just love how Dimitri is the first one out. Like, something about that just makes me feel really warm inside. Now I'm also a Miguel Glazer, so I love how this fight, he just starts off fighting Quan, who, if you guys don't remember, everyone swore like that Quan would absolutely destroy anyone on our teams. Slap him upside the head. Miguel is active and fighting off Quan easy peasy. And I also think it's really funny Daniel calls out for the team to protect Sam and not Robbie. And Devin saying she has Tori, but in no instance does Devin ever have Tori, and immediately calls for help.
I got Tori! Need some help?
Getting kicked in the face again is some of the worst TV I've ever seen. Kind of goes with what I said, number 5, about him not having any more good scenes anymore. And of course, my boy Miguel carrying his team as always, fighting 2v1. I'm actually curious as to why that's his new thing now. Like, I feel like in most of Season 6 Part 2, he's fighting 2v1s. But I absolutely love it. Like, I have no issue with it. We all know he's the main character. He's the best fighter. He started it all. There's nothing else they could do with it. So now with the new introduction of the Cobra Kais, I knew what had to be done. And while I understand it, I don't like it. I know what has to happen, but I don't like it. I know that the heroes cannot always win. I think Khan's cockiness here sets a perfect precedent for that type of character in Cobra Kai. How someone like that should be. And I believe a fight like this was a perfect way to show that the people we have been following are not the karate all-stars that we have all been made out to believe. But what I really love about this fight, guys, is the ending, guys. Like, the ending has you absolutely locked in. The way Kim Dae-yoon and the gang have never seen anything like this, especially Hawk. And like the Iron Dragons were going to do the entirety of the show, just in absolute awe of what was going on. The music, the menacing presence of Zara and Axel, Aura farming in the actual fight. The fight, guys, Axel and Zara taking both Cobra Kai captains down out so quickly. Having Torian and Arbor, man, go Tori, get up, man. Like, even the way Sam looked at her like, oh, better you than me, brother. Oh, such a good fight, man. And the best way to introduce the viewers who the real fighters in this world are, guys.
English?
Alright, and number 3, guys, it is going to be the beach fight from Season 5, Episode 1. Now, I'll just get it straight out of the way. This is my absolute favorite fight in the whole show. The reason why it's not number 1 is because of the implications of it. Like, it's not necessarily such an important fight. I know most people don't even consider this to be like a maybe even a top 10 fight, but I just love it. I know it is incredibly short, but the amount of hype I get from this scene alone is almost ecstatic, dude. The fight starts off with Johnny walking up to these absolute beefcakes that at least me, already hate because they mess with my goat Miguel. And you know my boy Johnny is not going to be taken out sad the same way. So Johnny walks up to these guys asking for directions. The guys are like, yeah, we'll show you where he went, while John Leguizamo starts digging in Johnny's butt. But my goat catches it and makes him kiss the dirt. And these guys are so freaky thinking they're going to be able to tie up my goat Johnny. But the needle drop is what absolutely gets me here. Seeing Robbie run in and fight alongside his dad here is such an... It injects me with so much hope. And I think that these group fights in general just give me so much excitement, but also the sentiment behind knowing where their story started and where it is now. It's just really nice. It makes me feel really good. But continuing on, seeing Johnny use more Miyagi-Do as the show continues, which makes me wonder how he used to defend himself before. Like, I know he says more offense is the best defense, but obviously if that were true, he'd be doing more offense instead of defense now. So it kind of makes me wonder, at what point did he realize, yeah, Miyagi-Do is actually the way to go. But obviously that is not the case anymore, as he would be doing it like I just said. I just think it's cool to see that continuation from season 4. That could have been a small one-off in that one mutual training episode between Johnny and Daniel, but it just shows how much the writers actually care to be able to call back even just 2 seasons ago. I know a lot of shows don't even do that anymore. They just simply forget whatever they've written, but I like how they do take that time and consideration. Lastly, Robbie and Johnny just tag teaming everyone, and Johnny breaking the Australian guy's surfboard, to me, is just peak Cobra Kai and one of Johnny's most hype moments.
Fight it! Resist! I can't! You must!
Hey, watch how it's done.
Alright guys, so this is actually going to be kind of short. I feel like the fight kind of speaks for itself. And number 2, it is actually going to be Miguel's 2v1 during the Sekai Taikai. Now I know what I said before about being Miguel's number 1 fan. If Miguel has no fans, I am dead. However, you cannot tell me that this is a bad fight. This is coming off the heels of Miguel's fight over Robbie, washed up Keen. So seeing something this cool as a Cobra Kai fan is better than watching LeBron in 2016 finals. Now again, it starts off with Miguel mad at Robbie for Robbie selling every single fight up to this point for the cuz. So he walks up to the platform after everyone's already been kicked off in half a second. Dimitri kicking off Hawk, not that he was going to last long. Devin suiciding herself. Sam getting kicked off. Has Johnny looking all scared and starts pulling belt to buns. This guy's a little too excited to be doing this. I mean, look at him. He's weaving punches. My brother in the face. Is just insane to consider that this is the guy that fell off a balcony. It's insane to consider this is the guy that was getting made to eat dirt around 6 months ago and is slapping up Irish captains. It's just insane to me. Alright guys, now coming in at number 1, it is Johnny and Sensei Wolf's final fight. Honestly, could it be anything else? Cobra Kai is Johnny's redemption story, his move back to the top, so it only makes sense that his greatest battles are not only the most important, but some of the show's best. When I say the best fights in Cobra Kai, I don't just mean the best choreographed or the most hype. I mean the most impactful, logical, effective to the story, and by far it is Johnny's battle with Wolf, or in reality, Johnny's battle with time. I'm not here to discuss Wolf's impact to the show. He wasn't really an impactful character here. I know he was only here for a season and a half, and while he was here, or really half a season, while he was here, his villainy seemed really comical.
Don't make excuses. That was pathetic. Do as I say.
But the idea behind someone like him stands true to the show and what it means. While not included in this list, I think Johnny and Wolf's first fight is actually quite important because it is mentioned in the series finale. We see here that Johnny has taught fear for the first time since joining karate.
Every fight I've ever gone into, I always knew I was gonna win. But Wolf, he's younger, he's stronger. No one's ever hit me harder.
So when the show's finale comes down to him, I think it becomes more of a demonstration of the human spirit and what it can do when pushed against the wall. I think this fight truly begins in the pre-match locker room before the Sekai Taikai. Johnny gets ready while Wolf comes up behind him, goads him on because he knows about Johnny. Not only has he studied him, he's worked with Silver, who worked with Kreese, who worked with Johnny so closely that he saw him as a son. So yes, it makes sense that Wolf would begin to emotionally attack Johnny because he knows what makes him tick, his love for his family. As Johnny proudly defends himself, stating that he knows the person that he is and the people behind him, Wolf begins to pick at him emotionally, calling out previous losses and essentially trying to break him. But this is what I love about Johnny. His character is the only one in the show to grow as a person, the only one to take the lessons he has learned and continuously try to apply them. And here, we as the viewers see him have a sense of balance that he has never had before, something that Daniel has obviously taught him, which is great for us Johnny fans, but the hero can never win. Wolf talks about Johnny's daughter and Johnny goes in for the slip only to get the saddest scene in the entire show for me. This is when the true reality of time comes in. Johnny knows he cannot win against someone as vicious as Wolf, but the idea of letting down all the people in his circle is worse than that. Alright guys, now getting back to the actual fight now. Wolf comes out of his side tunnel with about 4 unknowns, which should give the entire crowd an idea of the type of person that Wolf is, if his star team has already left him in the span of like a day. And honestly guys, there really isn't too much to say about this fight either. This fight just kind of signifies to me, what it means to be human, what it means to want, to feel, to win, to lose, to be loved. Now, this fight shows so much love to the character of Johnny Lawrence, and that's why it is at my number 1 spot for the best fight in all of Cobra Kai.
1738. I'm like, hey, what's up? Sit your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sack from my store. Married to the money, introduced you to my store. Showed her how to whip it, now she with me, say my love. She my track queen, like her in the bingo. Baby, counting up, watch how far the things go. We just had to go, talking about some rainbows.
And with that guys, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know this video took a really long time to make, but I'm trying to cut that time down for you guys. Let me know what you guys think and leave a comment down below if you agree with my list, if you disagree with my list. If you disagree though, leave a comment, let me know. And if you think the school fight should be included. Thank you guys so much for watching. Christian out.